guys, this will be day one of a install. We have a small bonus room and bathroom upstairs over a garage. Currently has a 16 by 20 filter grill that I can't get open. That's hooked to an 8-inch duct that goes straight down to the first level and connects into the side of a return air box down there right behind the filter, so it doesn't get a lot of flow back that way. There's 3 supplies in the floor, one here, 2 on either side of the bed, and then 1 in here in the bathroom. This storage closet area has no heat and air currently. And when we go into the attic portion of the home, we have this little area up above that we're going to set the unit, the homeowners laid some plywood up here, but I've got to make me a platform right back in there. Okay, I came by yesterday and I pulled that 8-inch return duct off and crammed it down through the hole in the floor so I could see what was going on. But essentially, we have about a 6 by 12 or 14-inch metal trunk duct run along the bottom side of the TGI joist, and there's a 6-inch supply that actually goes across the room, comes up on the other side of the knee wall in the attic space, and comes around and goes into that bathroom for its return or supply. That supply coming off right there goes to the opposite side of the room, so there's only two more supplies left on that duct vent, on that main duct. It's on the other end. So what I'm going to do is separate the duct right here, pull both these 6-inch supplies up through the floor closer to the wall, make me a fitting to cap off the end of the duct and enlarge that 6-inch takeoff to 8-inch to supply the last remaining 2 original supplies in the floor. The return will be upsized. I'll put a bigger grill in, bring a 16-inch flex duct up on top of this platform, and then I will add supplies for the finished off closet, as well as a supply in that large stairwell where we first come in, and that should get them some good airflow. It'll only be a 1.5 ton system. It's going to have a long line set. I'm going to run it, the existing unit's on the other end of the house, so I'm going to have to run all the way over to it to set the other unit beside of it, keep them all together. Okay, here we are up in the upper attic. I'll build a platform right in this area here, lay the unit long ways. I'll bring the return up and around and into this end. The supply will go this way, branch off to my new supplies, and then go over and feed the existing supplies. And our line set will be strapped to these rafters up higher than the current collar ties. He's thinking he might want to do something with that room one day, or somebody may. Had to gut the unit to get it up here. Sometimes being a one-man show ain't all it's cracked up to be. Okay, we are starting some duct work. Made a transition piece for the return air. Just going to flex it 16" around to the edge of the roof there and drop it down with a 16" 90. The supply plenum will look like that, and then there will be a 10" coming off the end and going down to serve the existing supplies that were already here. It's kind of a tight spot, but this is where the owner wanted it. It's over top of a closet. I'm putting a secondary drain switch and then a pan switch, and then of course the pump will have a switch, so I don't think you'll ever have a problem. Measure. Or to go up there and get my good one, I guess. I was getting ready to tie into the original ductwork, and I want to show you what I found. There's the original trunk duct down there for this area. Again, this is a zone system, so this came up just for a small bonus room upstairs. But there was no tape on the drive-on next to the between the joints, so I grabbed the flex to take it off. No tape on the tab-ons either. You just grab them and pull them right out. No tape. So I'm going to abandon that entire trunk duct and run a new duct back through here so that we'll have all new ductwork on this system, with the exception of 4 single 6" flex runs, and I don't guess there's too much could be wrong with them, I hope. Okay, there's the last 2 of them pulled up out of the attic floor. Little knee wall spot's kind of tight in here, but I'll feel a lot better about having the supply duct sealed all the way from the unit to the registers. Okay, got the prep work done down there to tie the existing supply runs back into the new supply. And then way back at the end of there, there's 2 more that's wide together into the end of an 8" flex, and I made up a little header here to pick up those 2 and then reduce down to 8" to go get the last 2. So get it insulated up and get this thing up and running tonight. Okay, here we go. Back there about 20 feet is 2 existing 6" flex that I cut holes and pulled up through the floor. And they go into a 6x6x8Y. We have the 8" flex. Comes around to, it's kind of a tight spot in here, it's hard to see. Comes around to a header that's got the 2 more 6" flex that were original. And then it'll turn and go up to the unit. Thought I better get this video, because when I drag this 16" flex in here and hook it up, it's going to be real tight. The return static is 0.16, 0.17. I'm going to jump around this corner and get a hole in the supply, and we'll see what it is. Okay, the supply static is 0.19. So giving us a total static of 0.37, 0.38. I will check the book. I think it came on a medium tap. Okay, it's 1.5 tons on blue. 0.4 would be 595, 0.3 is 630, so we're going to be somewhere in the ballpark of about 600 cubic feet a minute. So I would say it's all good. Okay, I'm coming down out of this attic for what I hope is the last time for a while. There's the unit. Got 3 safety switches, counting the one in the pump. And of course I just capped off the drain pan. I tested the condensate pump, filled it up with water. All I have left to do on this job is go downstairs into the crawl space and take the zoning controls off of the original system. It'll just do the downstairs now. Okay, I'm in the crawl space. There is the zone damper for the upstairs zone that we eliminated. Comes through here, across the beam, and down to the trunk duct. But fortunately, it's going to be easy to take out because, again, no tape or seal. I guess every takeoff in the entire house is that way. I told him if we ever get around to changing this unit, we should go through and seal all the ductwork up. There's a bunch of it. At least it's warm under here. Okay, the old zone panel is removed. This is the damper in the main trunk. It's open now. So I moved the limit screw to lock it to make sure it would never move. I reach in through the hole where the zone 2 damper or zone 2 duct had been, and I couldn't even budge it by hand, so I don't think it would ever try to shut itself. I had enough thermostat wire to reach the unit by taking it loose. They had run it with the high voltage all the way down, stapled it to the center beam, and I guess they went too far and they couldn't get the staples back out. They were tough, but I didn't have to splice the thermostat wire, so that'll be good. I'm ready to go up and put the new thermostat on and get out of here. Okay, she's up and running. It got up to about 69 degrees, so I started it up in there. We're supposed to be about 30 tomorrow and a couple inches of ice, and then 10 degrees tomorrow night. So I guess I'm lucky I had a day like this to start it up. That's the Watauga River.